Welcome back guys to a brand new ARK Survival Evolved video on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at something pretty massive, which is what I covered in the community crunch. I read through this and I said I'll do a separate video to explain what this is and what is going on for the future of ARK within this sort of mod community. I am very excited about this and I'm glad Wildcard have finally said something on this matter because we've all been waiting so long for this, and hopefully this could be ARK really moving forward. If you didn't know, in this community crunch, they did tell us that this is the final week of the S Plus beta, which means next week the PC gets S Plus mod, well, part of it, and then the week after that, if all goes well through QA, the Xbox and PS4 will do as well. So that is absolutely amazing. But moving on to further mods in with the game, which is something I've talked about for so long. We've only ever had the Center, Ragnarok, and Primitive Plus ever added into the game, considering there's been so many talked about mods since the start of ARK Survival Evolved, and Wildcard have said this year they're looking to bring so much more free content to us, and that is why I'm happy this is getting moving. We're also going to be looking at some of the new sponsored mods which are on the program right now, and then hopefully another video will be coming very soon as well I explain what I'm about to explain. Now before we get into this, as always, if you guys could smash a like on today's video. Can we hit over 1,000 likes? I know I always ask that for the videos, but it means so much to me when we hit that big 1,000 likes for all the amazing news. And subscribe if you are new to the channel, if you're not subscribed already, for all your daily ARK news. And the reason why I say daily there is it's my I'm on this massive thing right now where I want to try and bring out an ARK video every day, and that is what I'm going to try and do, but we'll see how it goes. It already depends on the news, that's the only problem. Anyway, so mod community updates. Get your mods ready. Sponsorship program applications open again on Friday. We'll also be announcing a couple of new sponsored projects next week. Now this is the thing I'm very excited about because they go on to explain something else about the new sponsored projects. Now all of the sponsored ones are very big projects. You guys would have known there's loads of different projects going on in ARK. There's been so many huge ones, and and there's been so many I've been excited about as well. But Wildcard are actually talking about taking a different route with this program, which is definitely a great idea and having a bigger chance of a lot more coming to the console, especially this year, and I'll explain that reason. So we're making some adjustments to what we have had on our focus for sponsored projects. Going forward, we'll be looking at more small scope projects as well, instead of only the large scope projects like we have been up to this point. A result of this adjustment is that you'll begin to see more projects with shorter term sponsorships making their way into the program, and also by proxy somewhat a higher rotation rate, leading to more opportunities. We want to encourage everyone, no matter the scale of your projects, to apply for sponsorship during each application period. Even if a project isn't even selected during a given application period, it helps me to keep an eye out on everyone that is interested in being sponsored and seeing how the project's plans and how they develop on more further. So this is amazing news, especially for people that don't have these huge projects. I feel like with Wildcard, they see these massive projects and think this is going to be fantastic for our for our game, and then it turns out to be so much more work than they expect and to take a lot longer, and I feel like they focused on other things rather than fixing things with the game and all of that sort of stuff, and it all was a bit of a mess but a success at the same time, if you guys understand what I mean. I'm not saying Wildcard is a mess. I feel like that they've done so amazing with this. They've made a few wrong decisions, but this new idea of shorter term projects is fantastic, and the way they've said as a result of this adjustment, this you'll begin to see shorter term sponsorships making their way into the program, and also leading on to further opportunities, which that means coming into the main game. So what could we be seeing in the next upcoming months for the game? The one thing I keep seeing on a lot of games right now is a roadmap, and I really would love a roadmap. People say they don't want Wildcard to have a roadmap because they won't stick to things, but even the idea of having what is coming next on their plan would be fantastic. But what I've noticed about being an ARK YouTuber for so long is that these projects, they with Wildcard, they don't seem to plan ahead that much. I'm sure they do in their own type of way, but it's like they sort of complete something and then decide what they want to do next, if you guys know what I mean. So it'll be interesting to see what Wildcard do in the future of all of this. I'm very excited to learn more about this, especially leading to more opportunities. But when we see the new sponsored projects next week, which will probably be in the next Community Crunch on Monday, I'll be bringing you guys that video as always, hopefully with some big news about S+2. So, if you're sitting here thinking you have no idea what the sponsored mod program is, and you're like, what have I just been talking about for the past few minutes? The sponsored mod program is something where mod creators in the ARK community, that could even be you one day if you wanted to be, if you were interested in creating mods, Wildcard have been teaching them on Zen's YouTube channel and the official ARK Survival Evolved YouTube channel as well. And sponsored mods are things that Wildcard pay mod creators, they sponsor them to do their mods and build onto them to be, you know, and they sort of fund them, and I feel like that's fantastic to create things that could be added into the game. So Wildcard will be making their own things, but also so will the modders, which then Wildcard can use their projects and pay them for using the, you know, things that they have created, if you guys understand what I mean. So the first one here is Malfunction. Now this looks awesome, so explore the island in a different light. Power fluctuations, loss of gravity and oxygen, the dangers of the island get turned on their head in this interesting twist on the original map. Now that again is an awesome thing. In my opinion, like, I feel like this could definitely jump in as a mode or something, because if you didn't know, what I actually asked Zen, who is obviously the mod community manager of ARK Survival Evolved, and he said a lot of us don't realize that, a few things added into the game with new DLCs actually start as mods. So you never know, they might like an idea and, use it in the sense of, as a game mode or something. For the island, you can switch to play the malfunctioning version of the island. It's something like that, but that is absolutely fantastic. The next one is something I have been following for a very long time. Now this is ARK Additions. Introduce some new wildlife to your ARK with these beautifully crafted creatures. ARK Additions boost some skillfully and carefully developed species to some and more life to the game. So as you can see, these are some new creatures, some like developed creatures and everything, which again is what I'm so happy about to see in the sponsored mod program. I would love to see a new TLC. Everyone's talked about TLC 3 parts. It's so massive at the moment. I've seen other YouTubers talking about it as well, and it's great to get it out there because that is exactly what Wildcard are hinting at having next. But it's great to see if maybe they might join in with other modders as well within the game. Now this is one that has been on there for quite a while. It's another awesome map that I've actually covered as well. So I think it's called Amissa. Yeah, it's called Amissa. Explore the glided land of Amissa with cities of wonder and islands of bounty. You and yours will find a home here. So this is again another modded map, which is just exactly the same as like something like Ragnarok. Ragnarok, in fact, if you didn't know, if you haven't played the game from the start, Ragnarok was actually in the sponsored mod program right from the beginning, so it's been around for quite a while. This is Shadow Emporium, again something that I followed and used myself when I'm playing on the PC. Shadow Emporium is basically something where you could have, bring more personality, that's exactly the word that, I should have used there, into your dinos with their saddles. You can have things just like what you can see on the screen. I've seen an awesome Spinosaurus one where they had 2 Megalodons on the side of the saddle. Different things like that can make, and, get more function from the saddles as well, do different things. That is just great. Now again, this is another map, as you can see, called Anza, a mythical land. Anza is a beautifully crafted fantasy-themed map. The unique geography and mystical atmosphere make it easy to immerse yourself in the surroundings and craft fantastic narratives for the world. Fantastic stuff there. Again, another map. This one again has been in here for ages. This is Urban Deathmatch. Now if you don't know what Urban Deathmatch is, this is actually a team deathmatch if I'm not wrong. I'm just reading through it slightly here. For fighting games in any other event, an admin would like to set it up with the ability to track deaths for deathmatch. So yeah, basically like a team deathmatch you guys can use for anything that you want. An ARK team deathmatch, that, why you think all these ideas that haven't happened with ARK. Battle Royales, we've had the Survival of the Fittest before, team deathmatches, all these other options you could have from the survival side of it could have grown the game so much more and still can to this day. Now this one again is a sort of you know, I think if it's one, it's like adding in currencies and yeah, and a bounty system into ARK Survival Evolved. This is a really cool one. It's been around for so long, and I'm glad to see they're still there. But that links into the next one, which again is the auction house. Now, I'm not too sure what is going on with the auction house. I feel like this is one of the ones that has been followed with and sponsored by Wildcard for like 2 years, if I'm wrong, something like that. It's been such a long time. I think the sponsored mod program first came around 2 years, so I think it was around from the start. And this mod allows you to create, bid on, and buy out auctions for items, weapons, blueprints, item skins from players on your server or players from other servers, and modded items are supported. Again, fantastic ideas, not being brought forward yet. So, you know, I don't understand why that never was. This again is more of a role play type of thing, you know, trees, just for your like role play servers to make it look, you know, so much more realistic, you know, like a doctor's goods, like this smithy, this all looks like Red Dead Redemption. And if you're someone that wants to like do like a role play server, this is exactly what you would want on your server, especially on the console. All of these things could have made the game so much more popular than it is already. So I would love to see all of this slowly joining us soon. I don't know how many times I've been talking about sponsored mods, but from this new like you know post here, it gives me that sort of idea that could this be happening, what is going on, and I'd love to see some more news very soon on this. As you guys can see, they'll be announcing a couple of new sponsored projects next week, which will be joining this list of new stuff. Anyway guys, that is going to be the whole video. I hope you did enjoy. I'm excited to see more of this. I'm excited for the next community crunch. But overall, I feel like my most exciting thing for ARK is got to be the addition of S Plus and the kibble rework coming to the console, because it's been so long and we're about to get a huge update, which I'll be covering as soon as it does go live. Anyway, thank you for watching. As I said, if we could smash over that 1,000 like target, that would be fantastic. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will catch you guys in my next video very soon. See you guys later.